And now, it is time for me to call an eminent personality on the stage who's been waiting since long to come forward. And this would be a really hot topic for all the socially active people, because the topic which he's bringing to us is how Facebook can help startups. Now, why this topic? Because this gentleman is the business head of Facebook India. He brought rich years of experience, pushing the limits as his signature style, as one to take on new challenges, charting the uncharted territory and creating a unique footprint for the brand is what he always strives for. A unique combination of a marketing professional with his ears keenly on the ground, always aware of the realities of the marketplace, a skill that has been honed with my stint in distribution as well. People, let us welcome Mr. Prasanjeet Dutta Baruah on the stage. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thanks. Good afternoon, everyone, and sorry for the rush. By the way, it's always a big challenge following Shelley Chopra and the spirited women there. Shelley is, by the way, the wife of our very dear colleague who works with us at Facebook, Shivnath. And we've always been very impressed by the passion she brings to the table. But my name is Prasanjeet Dutta Baruah. I look after a few verticals at Facebook India, which is the automotive, tech, telco, and the new business verticals, where we work very closely with startups and health tech, real estate, and the education tech business as of now. What I'm going to walk you through right now is our attempt in the next 10 or 15 minutes on how we partner with the startup ecosystem. And we have a separate team that works with the startup ecosystem and how we partner on growing this. Just moving on, at Facebook, we are very, very clear believers of the multiplier effect. Yeah, so you start building a road. On the road come vehicles. On the vehicles get transported goods. Goods lead to business. Business leads to investment. So this is exactly, and the investment, therefore, drives the GDP of a country. So the way this entire thing, therefore, works is how you can keep inputting on the least possible thing and keep growing it and multiplying the impact. So the way we look at our business, therefore, is through programs and products, is what I'm going to talk to you about. And what I'll share with you today are a bunch of programs. Actually, I'll spend more time on the programs that we at Facebook have for budding entrepreneurs like you and successful startups like you in this room. And I'd be happy to take questions offline later, and we can continue the conversation. But before I start, I want to play this lovely video of another passionate entrepreneur like yourself to just kind of get you inspired and get you connected onto what we're doing with the platform. Can we have the video, please?
Life is very tough for migrants. People come to cities because there is a lack of job opportunity in their own city, or they don't have access to those job opportunities. But when they come to a new city, they will have problem of how to find a job. So we thought that we should start an employment exchange on the mobile, wherein the employers can talk to these domestic workers directly. To go begging for jobs, knocking door to door, knocking on every society and asking for work is no decent way of finding work for anyone at all. The idea was very simple. You get them to create a profile. The employers can see these details, get their phone number and call them directly. So that is where we are trying to bring in the dignity in their job search. We got a email in our mailbox for Code for the Next Billion. The whole program has some workshops for us. So last workshop was on designing. One thing that we took away from that whole session of designing when we talked to the mentor was that our website, in our eagerness to give the customer a lot of options, we had made it a little cluttered. So we remove that clutter, and that's shown very good results. We have given that dignity to this domestic worker now that she has control in her hand about whether to accept a job or not to accept a job, just by providing her that opportunity on a mobile phone. Mobility by choice rather than migration by force. If you are able to touch individual families in small ways and help them start earning better, that better income for most of these households is going to be put back into their children's education. And I sincerely hope that a domestic worker's daughter should not become a domestic worker.
Yeah, so that's an example of another entrepreneur who's used the Facebook ecosystem and to actually make someone's life even better. And you all are no stranger to this fact, but India is in the throes of great progress, great disruption, and a lot of excitement. And we at Facebook understand this even more. And we've therefore put together, like I was saying, a structure of how we can work together with you all and support you in building the next. So, I mean, there's a lot of development happening. You're seeing AR, VR. There's a lot of programs happening for the women entrepreneurs, and I'll talk about that. We've also set up innovation hubs, which are physical places where you can connect, network, and get more kind of information about other stuff that you can do. We have forums that we work together with you all on. So a lot of activity that's happening across this ecosystem. And the way we split it is programs. So in the programs, for example, when you see this, you'll have there's a program called Code for the Next Billion. There's developer circles. There's innovation hub. And I'll talk more about that in detail. Then in the places that I spoke to you about, you have design studios, you have the hubs, and most important of them all is obviously the partnerships that we have with industry bodies, whether it's NASSCOM, IAMAI, and T-Hub in Hyderabad, and a lot more that we kind of work together with to make sure we take this to an even bigger audience that you all are part of. A little something about the Innovation Hub. There's something obviously that a hub that works in here, and I can see here, it basically works with startups to build and how we can work together. And the way we break this up is there's a physical space, there's mentorship and workshops that happen, and then there's also a graduation program. So we actually handhold you right from the beginning to end, and we incubate and we work together with you on how you can kind of scale up your business. Then there is the innovation, and these are some examples of people who've actually taken benefit of this, some startups that have worked together as part of the Innovation Hub from Facebook. Then this is a program very dear to me, the Code for the Next Billion, where we encourage entrepreneurs like yourself to program and build for the people who are not connected and for the people like you saw on the video. So this is where this focus is. So the first one was more on the AR, VR side of things and encouraging new age technologies. This is using technology to connect the next billion, and how do we keep connecting more people and bring them onto the internet and make them feel the beauty and the use of the internet. So this is how we work there. The product roadmaps, boot camps, design thinking studios, and you saw that in the video, fundraising workshops, investor connects, business mentorship, and then there's a go-to-market support. So these are the kind of 6 kind of skills that we use when we connect with the Code for Next Billion, and we again literally handhold them, encourage them, work together with them on their journey to delivering a better India, and by connecting the people who are not connected and the people who need this connection more than anyone else. These are some examples of people who've taken benefit of this program, who've been part of this program. Then, again, very connected to the previous panel that we had, She Leads Tech. We strongly believe in the fact that women have to be empowered far more in the technology space, and it's getting better and better. And this is a vision led very strongly by our Chief Operating Officer, Sheryl Sandberg, that you've all heard of, something very dear to our heart and how we invest in this. So just to give you some example, 2% funding for women-led startup, 9% women founders, and that's how it's growing now, how we support them. So mentorship sessions, we have online AMAs, community and resources. So this is again a very, very strong campaign that we work together with women entrepreneurs, and it's a program called She Leads Tech that we drive. We now have 170 plus members on this platform across 24 cities, 13 business verticals, and with 14 mentors working with these ladies in helping them scale their business. So this is something we, again, are driving very closely, She Leads Tech. And then there's developer circles, basically a place where we connect people like developers who kind of connect and build their networks and use this platform to scale up. This is where we actually educate them on the new products that we bring to the table that use them right from Facebook Login to Facebook Start and the enough and more products that we've built for this ecosystem to use the platform to build your business. So this is a very, very strong program that we drive, something called Developer Circle, which we run. It started with 30 members in one city, and over just a year, it's now scaled up to 50,000 members across 15 cities. So this is something that has really scaled beautifully and goes up to a much bigger audience and encourages more developers to come on board and work together with us. And then we have School of Innovation India, which is obviously targeted at the younger lot, where we basically build awareness, we incubate, and we work together with this audience. And these are more engineering students who are fresh off the block, who are looking for some guidance, looking for support, and this is the base we use them. So basically, right from the beginning, from when people pass out of engineering to going across gender and supporting women strongly, to building for the next billion, and obviously supporting future technology like AR and VR. This is all the stuff that we are doing, and we are only making it bigger and better. And just to give you an end vision of this, if you see this map, this is how we started off in 2016. It was pretty small, and it just kept building and building and building. And now if you see the numbers, and I won't read it out, you can all see this yourself, but this is how it's going. 2017 is where we scaled up there. Then the She Beans business worked up for the tech, and then we built up the entire story. And now we have coverage all across. Because at Facebook, this is why we build. We build because we want to be part of the India growth story. We want to push this and be part of your lives and help you build even faster, even stronger, and even better products for people to connect people. Working both together to build India. And finally, because at Facebook, we have this great saying where we always say, for us, the journey is always only 1% finished. We still have a long way to go. We still have a long way to work together with you. You all have a long way to go, and we'd love to be part of this journey. The journey, like I said, is only 1% finished, and we look forward to partnering with you and working together with you in your lovely journey and making you successful to connect this lovely country and take it to the next level. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for your patience. And thank you, Manish. Thank you, Amit, for having me together. And I'd love to take questions offline if you want. I don't want to kind of slow you down. And I have a plane to catch at 2:35 p.m., so I'm very precariously close to missing it. But thank you so much once again for giving me your time.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us, Mr. Baruah, and sparing this time with us. So I would request Mr. Manish Agarwal to present this memento. Can we put a big round of applause, please?